Things are finally calm. No drama, no chaos, no urgent problem to fix. And somehow, you feel restless. You check your phone more. You start nitpicking small things. You even think about changing something that doesn't need changing. Why does peace feel empty? When life stabilizes, you expect relief. Instead, you feel flat. At work, when projects run smoothly, you lose focus. In relationships, when arguments stop, you feel distant. When your routine becomes predictable, you want to disrupt it. You tell yourself you just need excitement, but the excitement you chase often looks like stress. A risky decision, a dramatic conversation, a sudden life change, and afterward, you feel strangely more alive. This isn't random. In psychology, this pattern is linked to nervous system conditioning and reward sensitivity. If you grew up in unpredictable environments, emotional tension, high expectations, instability, your brain learned something powerful. Calm is unfamiliar. Intensity is normal. So when things go well, your body doesn't interpret it as safety. It interprets it as understimulation. But that's not the whole story. There's a deeper reason your mind starts scanning for problems the moment everything feels fine. And it has less to do with boredom and more to do with identity. You are not broken. You are adapted. If chaos shaped you, then managing chaos became your skill. You became the problem solver, the stabilizer, the one who reacts quickly. Your brain wired itself around urgency. So when life becomes stable, a quiet question appears. If nothing is wrong, who am I? This isn't weakness. It's an identity built around survival. And your brain doesn't like identity gaps. It prefers familiar roles, even stressful ones, over undefined space. That's why calm can feel like boredom. But what's actually happening inside your brain? Your brain runs on prediction. According to cognitive neuroscience, it constantly compares reality to what it expects. Think of it like a thermostat. If you're used to emotional intensity at level 8, peace at level 2 feels too low, so your brain turns up the heat. This involves the dopamine system. Dopamine isn't about pleasure, it's about anticipation and stimulation. High-stress environments train your dopamine system to expect spikes. When those spikes disappear, baseline life feels dull. There's also the amygdala, your threat detector. If it's been overactive for years, it doesn't power down easily. In calm moments, it keeps scanning. No threat? It looks harder. Sometimes it even creates one, not consciously, just enough discomfort to feel familiar. So boredom isn't really boredom. It's a nervous system that equates intensity with aliveness. And now the question becomes, how do you teach your brain that calm isn't emptiness? 1. Notice the chaos craving. What to do? When things are calm and you feel restless, label it. This is my system craving stimulation. Why it works? Labeling emotions reduces amygdala activation and increases prefrontal control. Real-life example, you feel like starting an unnecessary argument. Instead of acting, you pause and name it. The urge weakens slightly. 2. Redefine stimulation. What to do? Introduce controlled novelty, new skills, creative tasks, physical movement. Why it works? It feeds dopamine through growth instead of drama. Real-life example, instead of impulsively quitting your job, you start learning something challenging after work. Your brain gets stimulation without destabilizing your life. 3. Expand your tolerance for calm. What to do? Sit in small moments of stillness without distraction, even 2 minutes. Why it works? This retrains your nervous system through exposure. Repeated calm without danger reduces threat sensitivity. Real-life example: you sit on your couch without music or your phone. At first, it feels uncomfortable. Over time, it feels neutral. 4. Build an identity beyond crisis. What to do? Ask, who am I when nothing needs fixing? Why it works? Identity-based reflection activates self-referential processing in the medial prefrontal cortex, helping update your internal self-model. Real-life example: you realize you enjoy creating, not just solving problems. You begin scheduling time for that. You slowly shift from the fixer to the builder. Think of your nervous system like a smoke alarm. It was once installed in a burning building. Now you live somewhere safe, but the alarm is still sensitive. Peace doesn't feel meaningful yet because your system hasn't recalibrated. Calm isn't empty, it's unfamiliar, and unfamiliar doesn't mean wrong. The more you experience stability without creating disruption, the more your internal thermostat adjusts. Intensity stops being proof of aliveness. Presence becomes enough. You don't get bored when things go well, you get uncertain, because chaos once defined you. But stability doesn't erase who you are, it reveals who you are without survival mode. And maybe the real work isn't chasing the next spike. Maybe it's learning to sit inside a moment that doesn't demand anything from you, and discovering that you're still alive there, even in the quiet.